This is a math story that I call Cornucopia, which is about counting. Feel free to pause the video at any point to take notes or do some figuring. Suppose that there are 12 distinguishable, meaning you can tell them apart, fruit baskets on a table. Derive a general formula for determining the following problems. If each basket contained 1 apple and 1 banana, how many ways can you select 4 apples and 8 bananas so that you only remove 1 piece of fruit from each basket? Suggest you pause the video and try this. One way to do this problem is to think of it as a word problem in which you have 12 positions. Those would be the 12 fruit baskets. And you have 12 letters, but 4 of them are A's and 8 of them are B's. So for instance, if in the first position you have an A, that means we took an apple out of the first basket. And you may recognize this at this point is a Mississippi problem. In other words, it's a word problem with repetition letters. So you have 12 factorial positions, or ways to rearrange the positions, but you have to divide by 4 factorial and 8 factorial because of the repetition. If each basket contained 1 apple, 1 banana, and 1 carrot, how many ways can you select 2 apples, 3 bananas, and 7 carrots so that you only remove 1 piece of fruit from each basket? Again, you may pause. I would give you a hint to think about how we solve the other problem. If you treat it as a word problem, 12 positions, and we've got 2 A's, 3 B's, and 7 C's, it's essentially 12 factorial divided by the factorials of the repetition numbers. If each basket contained 1 apple, 1 banana, 1 carrot, and 1 Dunkin Donut, how many ways can you select 2 apples, 3 bananas, 5 carrots, and 2 donuts so that you only remove 1 item from each basket? Again, if you look at this as a word problem with repetition, it's going to be 12 factorial divided by the factorial of the repetition numbers. At this point, we will stop going ahead and adding more fruits and move on to a related set of problems. Explain how to change the first fruit basket problem into a question involving a term in the expansion of the quantity A plus B raised to the 12th. Again, you may want to pause and think about this. If you use the binomial theorem and write it out, you will notice that we have 12 fruit baskets, each with an A and a B in them. So what we're really looking at is one term in the expansion of the quantity A plus B to the 12th. It's the term that I've highlighted there. Likewise, explain how to change the second fruit basket problem into a question involving a term in the expansion of the quantity A plus B plus C raised to the 12th. If you've never seen the multinomial theorem, this one might be tough. But the logic is the same. You take A plus B plus C to the 12th, write out all 12 of those. Think of those as 12 fruit baskets with 3 different items in them. And we're talking about one of the terms in that expansion. Finally, explain how to change the third fruit basket problem into a question involving a term in the expansion of the quantity A plus B plus C plus D raised to the 12th. Not something you would ever really like to do by hand, but we're talking about that particular term that I've highlighted in the expansion of that.